Full auto Hydra. Let's go. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here, and we are on my dude Williams account. Recently, we set him up with full auto teams for Hard, Brutal, and Nightmare. The MtgJedi team is definitely stepping up thanks to Roz, the Hydra expert over here. And I am very, very excited to finally share these teams with you. This has been a long time in the making. There are plenty of teams that can auto Hydra at all the levels now. The majority of it is gear and not champions, although the champions are very important. So we're going to run all three keys today. We're going to show you all three teams. We're going to show you all the gear on the champions too, which I'm very excited about. I'm not telling you these teams are free to play friendly. All I'm telling you is that these are some of the best auto teams in Hydra. So let's jump into the first team here. We have our first example, Sifi Krisk, Ninja, Ugo, Drexthar Tyrant. And if you told me that this would auto hard Hydra, I would question. I would, because I would not think that this is enough damage. I would think it's enough survivability. Obviously, we have Krisk and Sifi in here, but really the only healing that we have is from Ugo, and that's not that much healing, so I'm very interested to see this team in action. I know these teams are going to work, and I'm super pumped about it. So let's jump right in for our first team, Hard. After this, we'll take a look at the damage that it is capable of, as well as the gearing on the champions. I'm going to do my best to keep these short, sweet, and to the point, so that you can get on with your day and maybe build some sweet teams. You can see here that we definitely will be getting fears. We definitely will be getting fears. We are not going to worry about that in this team. Hopefully, in this composition, we have the fear head that will be replaced by something else. But as a 100% auto team, we don't really care what the champion or what the Hydra heads are. I believe the goal here is for us to just be able to do this on every affinity. And when you are planning for an auto team, that's gonna be one of your biggest major concerns, is planning for all 6 heads, not just one. Okay, now this looks bad right now, but I know that we're going to be okay. And when I watch teams like this, sometimes it does make me nervous, okay? But then I just choose not to watch it. And when I come back later, it's all good to go, okay? There are clan boss teams just like that as well, where they kind of live on the edge. I feel like Ninja took maybe an unnecessary crit here where he wouldn't normally have died, but I'm not saying that I know every single little thing about this team, but what I am saying is that I know that it's a great team. We have Ugo for decreased defense and block buffs. We have Sifi for block debuffs, increased defense, increased speed. We have Tyrant for ally protect, as well as the self-healing ability. He has the AoE HP burn. We have already our first head down, and it's not the one I would have expected. We have, obviously, Krisk is going to protect our team here. Ugo is going to cleanse some buffs. And we have Drexthar for damage, HP burn. He can do some provokes. He's not 100%, but he can definitely do some provokes. So already some good damage here, and the other heads half or below. So I bet you this is going to be a quick run. As far as I know, we don't need to do any targeting. If I'm wrong about that, then I will restart this run and see you right back here in a minute. But for now, I'll go ahead and pause and skip ahead to the damage screen for this awesome full auto team. Just a quick little interjection here. Yeah, 100% full auto. We did not need to even target the head. Set it, walk away, come back when it's ready to go, and there goes another head. All right, so we're coming in on right around 6 minutes here, and we're already approaching the 1 key. We have this stupid head of suffering with like double the HP and defense of every other head. Honestly, that's been the most frustrating head to me lately. I have just been frustrated because he's just so tanky. He just won't die. And I don't know, I think his HP and defense needs to come down a bit. But regardless, run is going very well. We are almost over the 1 key here. And, so at this point, 6 minutes in, right at 7 minutes here, we could back out if we needed to for time purposes. But I'm going to let it go because this is going to do a lot more than just the minimum 1 key. And I'm excited to show that to you guys. All right, finally coming to the end of the run here after 20 minutes. We have Sifi is dead. Krisk is almost dead. Tyrant is barely hanging on. And everybody is... Oh, Drexthar's back! I didn't think he was going to come back. So we'll get a little bit more damage here. We're over 64 million damage. Should end over 65. And that is pretty impressive. So, yes, very, very well done. Excellent team here. And then we need to take a look at the stats. We hit turn 150 on the boss as well, which is pretty sweet. And there we go. So let's go ahead and lock in our key here. 65 million damage, definitely more than enough. We have Sifi at 2.4, Krisk 5.5, Ninja 21, Ugo 3.6, Drex 17, Tyrant 14. Just impressive. I'm shocked. Honestly shocked by the amount of damage from these HP burn champions. I'm shocked. So let's go ahead and keep the result. You can tell they definitely had some healing as well. And so let's back out here. William's roster is pretty crazy. So if you have not seen his account, just prepare yourself. And then recently used. Okay, I guess I don't need to expanded view. We have Relentless and Accuracy. And one of the things that you want to realize here that is very important is the speed, okay? We not only have survivability, okay, but we have a crazy amount of speed, some resistance, and more than enough accuracy. Okay, I'm sure that this is his normal Sifi, 368 Arena Sifi. We got resistance on her as well, survivability. Krisk, we do have 100% crit rate on all of these champions so far as well. 241 speed, more resistance than most of the other champs as well. And then we have Ugo. Ugo, 304 speed. So if you want these teams to be auto and do this much damage, you're going to need crazy speeds on them. She's also in Relentless. And then we have our other 2 champions in the vault. And you can see these are not easy to obtain champions. We have a +4 ninja here in Relentless and Perception. And that is going to be 290 speed. This is not for the lighthearted. Now, obviously, we did a crazy amount of damage. You can have less good stats and still auto things here. Again, Relentless gear. Again, crazy speeds. Crazy damage. I mean, just ridiculous builds. Okay, just simply put, ridiculous builds. Now, I think the lowest person in terms of speed is Krisk, 241. And that's great because he'll hold his buffs the longest, right? There are plenty of other teams that can do this job, but this is the one that we have here to showcase with the crazy damage. Okay, next up is going to be the Brutal team. And let's come in here and select the Auto Brutal team. Roz is a big fan of Kantra, and so we're going to use Cardial, Krisk, Tuhanarok, Kantra, Cecia, and Husk. I'm shocked to see Cecia in this team because she's hard to keep alive. So let's go ahead and see this in action to start here. And then, of course, same drill. We'll cut to the end screen. We'll show the gear, etc., etc. But expect lots of crazy gear on these crazy, awesome teams. That's what you have to expect. So we are going to get a lot of damage out of Cecia because she's not only our decreased defense and weaken, she's also doing HP burns. And in addition to that, she's exploding them, okay? Cardial is going to do the Revive on Death, so that it is possible for Cecia, if she dies, to come back to life. Husk, obviously, with the AoE. Kantra is going to do Provoke and all of these other things, putting lots of random debuffs up. Obviously, Krisk, going to keep everybody alive. And Tuhanarok is going to put block buffs, increase speed. She's just, she's an incredible champion. So I think that this team is going to surprise us with how much damage it does. Although, really, Cecia and Husk are the only two actual damage dealers in here. I'm sure that we're going to have lots of people built for damage as well. So starting off strong here, over 2 million damage in the first minute. And we need to get up to a considerable amount of damage for Brutal, which I'm excited to see and show you guys. So I'll be back in a minute, and we will have that damage for you. Okay, I went and I took a break, and I had a nice conversation with my wife, talking about our plans for the night, and the run is still going. So obviously we're well above the 1 key here for Brutal. That 1 key would definitely only need to be 29.4 million damage, and we're basically almost double that at this point. We're at 24 minutes, but I think that the run is probably close to an end here. Husk is dead over there, so I think that we're ending the run in the near future, but I honestly don't know the top potential for damage on this team. So I'll be back in a minute. I just had to come back in. That was too funny. Are we finally nearing the end of the run? It was 72 million on turn 173. We have 3 champions left, and I am stunned that we're still alive here. It looked like we were in trouble a long time ago before this, but we hung around for a long time after the first champion got eaten. And what an incredible amount of damage here. I mean, this type of team is going to help your whole clan take down the Hydra clan boss, not just give you the damage for the 1 key that you need. So that's pretty incredible. It looks like we've gotten somebody hidden behind the shield. I guess that's what you want to call it. What is it? The life shield? Life barrier, I think, is the proper name. This, what is this one? Yeah, the life barrier. And that is typically hard to come back from. But obviously, we don't care about that. We've crushed the 1 key, over double its value by 10 million damage. So we're down to just 2 champions here, and neither of them are damage dealers that are left, but obviously we're going to get eaten here on Cardial, and then we'll get eaten on Tuhanarok, so just be right 2 more. Well, for you, it'll be right quick. Tuhanarok's doing an awful lot of healing here, but she's about to get eaten. It's a 36-minute run here, but obviously we could back out well before this if we needed to. I am really surprised how much damage Cardial did. I think that's got to be from Brimstone, and maybe we should check some blessings on the other team as well. Krisk, 6 million. Tuhanarok, 8. Kantra, 12. Cecia doing the major lifting here at 25. But Cardial definitely doing a lot, and Husk with only 6 million. I'm absolutely stunned that Husk has so little damage here. I honestly cannot believe that. So let's lock that in. Okay. Am I supposed to pause the video while we're trying to lock it in? Okay, geez. Okay, geez. Alright, so let's come back out here. Let's take a look at the champions. No, we're not buying things on Williams' account, Plarium. And, well, while we're at it, what blessings did we have here? Brimstone and Brimstone. Okay, so that's very good. Alright, so I assume that we also have Brimstone here. Yes, absolutely. Alright, so let's take a look here. Everybody should be having either Giant Slayer or War Master, depending on who the champion is. So just keep that in mind. That adds up to a lot of damage. We definitely have Relentless here on Cantra as well. And again, 298 speed. Crazy, right? Less overall damage, more speed is the key to victory on Hydra. Obviously, I can't hit these stats yet, but this is something I'm going to be working towards as well. Like 100% crit rate, 100% crit damage, but through 299 speed. 2 Hanorok, also crazy amounts of speed, 304. I mean, these builds are just OP. Krisk is going to be the slowest one at 260, 476, 324. Accuracy and resistance, very important on him. Cecia in Relentless as well, up at 300 speed. We don't care about her crit rate or crit damage. Okay, and Husk is going to be a little bit slow here for this team, and so maybe that's why he didn't do as much damage as what he could have. Okay, but yeah, definitely some great damage here with these teams. I'm really pumped to share the Nightmare team as well. Okay, so we have the Auto Nightmare team. With this time, we have the Awakened Duchess, Krisk, another 2 Hanorok, Venus, Husk, and Royal Guard. What an amazing team here. I'm actually only missing the 2 Hanorok from this team to be able to do this myself. But again, it's not just the champions, guys. It's the gear. So let's jump in here and take a look at this team. I'll go over what they do, but I'm sure you are familiar with these champions. They're very common. So Venus, not only is she going to do decreased defense and weaken, she also is going to do HP burn for us. She's going to add a lot of damage like that, okay? Royal Guard and Husk are going to be our main damage dealers, but Venus is going to do a lot of damage as well. Duchess and Krisk are meant to keep us alive, and actually I think 2 Hanorok is doing a great job of healing and cleansing as well, so don't undervalue that. That's pretty important. But she also has that block debuffs as well. So, I mean, just an incredible champion there. I would love to have 2 Hanorok on my account. Sometimes I call her Tuna, and that irritates some people. So, but anyway, 2 Hanorok. Obviously, everybody knows Duchess as well. And this team is crazy, all right? So this is going to be another long haul. We're going to be here for a minute, and then we'll come back at you. We only need to get to 39 million. We've surpassed that on both of the other teams. Rest assured, we will surpass it on this team as well. So, for you, I'll be right back. For me, it's going to be a minute, but we'll get it, and then we'll go over all the gear again so you can see the craziness on this team. So, let's do it. Okay, we're past the 1 key here, and now we're getting to a point where it's a little bit sketchy. Let's check in and see. We have a couple people consumed and 1 person dead, so Duchess can revive him, but then I don't know how much longer we can survive here. I know I've seen crazy numbers from this, so there is a little bit of RNG with how much damage you're gonna get, but obviously it doesn't matter as long as you get the 1 key. But yeah, this is definitely capable of doing a lot more damage here. Let's see if Duchess can come back out of being eaten. Let's see if Duchess can come back out of being eaten or whether she's going to get consumed. If she gets consumed, it won't be too far after that. Uh-oh, Husk is dead. And now we have the reflect damage. Yes. And that's another thing, too. He has this extra turn ability, which makes it ridiculous. Like, if he gets eaten, or somebody gets eaten, he can just, like, consume them right on the spot by taking 2 turns. But either way, we'll end the run here. We did lock in the 1 key, so that's all that really matters here. We have Duchess at 2.5 more. Yeah, there we go. Krisk at 2.4, Tuanarok at 3, Venus at 8, Husk at 12, Royal Guard at 16. So let's lock it in. We definitely have some blessings on this team as well. 5 champions with blessings. My dude William, you are good to go here with this team. And let's go ahead and take a look at it right now. So let's go to recently used. And let's take a look at the blessings first so that I don't forget. We have Brimstone on Duchess, Brimstone on Tuanarok, Brimstone on Krisk. We have Phantom Touch on Husk because he can't take Brimstone, and Phantom Touch on Royal Guard as well. So let's take a look at this ridiculous +4 Venus. And again, we have another champion over 300 speed and 100% crit rate. We have Duchess with a lot of resistance here. Still 290 speed. These builds are not for the faint of heart. If you want to auto Nightmare Hydra, you're going to have to step up your builds like crazy. Look at this, 310 speed on Tuanarok. We have Krisk over here. 241, again, probably the slowest one in the team, as he should be. We have Husk in Relentless again as well, 276 speed. And then to finish it off, Royal Guard and 267 speed. Wowzers. Wowzers. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Still ended up over 20 minutes. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. There are 3 auto Hydra teams here, but really the idea here that you're seeing on all of these builds is not only hitting the accuracy and resistance that we need, but getting incredible speeds and in Relentless gear. So if you can't do these builds yet, just work on what you can do. We've done a lot of Hydra videos on the channel. Plenty more to come in the future, I'm sure, as well. So if this is not achievable for you, it's not achievable for me either. So, you know, if you can't auto Hydra, there's still plenty of time and definitely goals to work towards. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys later.